Hey Morgan, it's Dr. Scott. Have some feedback for you on your second essay. And what I'll kind of do is just kind of talk you through thoughts that I had about your essay. Where we didn't have special topics this week, and I used that time to kind of meet with a few people. I'd like to meet with you next week, so let me know if you're available on either Monday or Tuesday after class to chat about the feedback that you get on this screencast. Bring some questions, and we can talk about where your essay might go from here. So the thesis statement has a good start. It's missing a couple elements. So you have here the murals are created by Robert, and usually you can refer to like last names, but usually first names. We probably do Robert Dafford, and then after that you would use Dafford instead of Robert. It's just a small thing. All the murals are created by Dafford weren't just there because they look cool or pretty. They're there to remind the people of Portsmouth history and also give a message to the viewers. The message needs to be clear, and how the message gets across is a very important part of like where this essay needs to go. Do they do it by showing struggle? That seems to be something you kind of come back to a few times. So maybe how they portray the struggle of people in Portsmouth. Things need to be a lot clearer in that thesis statement. So again, what's the message, and then how is that message conveyed to people that take a look at these murals, and then those ways that the message gets across to people, that becomes your body paragraphs. Right now the paragraphs are kind of set up around the murals. Like you have one paragraph about one mural, you have another paragraph about another mural. In the revision, develop ideas around or develop paragraphs around ideas, not murals. So like one example might be the floodwall murals, the 1937 flood, and then the Native American mural. They show the struggle in Portsmouth's past. Okay, cool. Like you can do that, but you need to talk about both murals in the same paragraph. So I have some comments over here that you'll be able to see when you take a look at this on Blackboard. And one idea I have is that struggle, I think, is something that you could realistically write a very solid paragraph around, and you can use both murals to talk about it. Maybe something to think about is like, why show the struggle? Like, what do you think Dafford is trying to get across by showing the struggle of the people in Portsmouth, or what the area went through? You might want to consider that as far as like what the message. I didn't kind of get a sense of what the overall message is just yet, and so that might be something that we talk about on Monday or Tuesday. Like, what might be the thing that kind of connects your thoughts about the two murals. Struggle's one idea, but I'm trying to look for another. Yeah, not quite sure there. We can kind of brainstorm that together and kind of think about what they're trying to get across. Like, we're supposed to feel pride in the area because we see this struggle, because we see what Portsmouth has kind of overcome in its past, or that be proud that we have kind of a rich history or something like that. There needs to be a little bit more that you're kind of able to connect to your thoughts to. This essay, I was also asking you to do a few other things that didn't happen here in this draft. One is to integrate images, another is to integrate some sources, and I'm not seeing much in either one of those. There's not a works cited page or anything like that, so that does need to get fixed. Another kind of bigger issue, though, is organization. And right now, you have the paper organized by here's one mural, here's another mural. In the revision, there should be some kind of like organization around, I'm going to talk about this topic and then this other topic, but then there's a reason why you have them there. We did that thing in class where I had you guys kind of like take paragraphs and come up with some reason for like why you're placing them and the reason that you have them. And here it's not very clear. So it might be something like the most effective way that Dafford gets this message across, the Portsmouth struggle, is like through facial features of people in the murals, or by the use of colors in the murals, whatever that's going to be. But you take that and then you're like, okay, the most effective was maybe use of colors, and then the second most effective was facial features or body language or something like that. There just needs to be some kind of reason like why we're going from one paragraph to another. And that reasoning kind of needs to be evident to us as we read your essay. Okay. I actually thought the conclusion was kind of interesting, and I kind of liked you talking about where things are now and what we need to, like maybe we need to be more grateful of where we're at now. I do think that there's some stuff that you could probably leave behind, like talking about how crazy things are, how mind-blowing it was. That's probably stuff that you can leave in high school, but I kind of like what you're trying to get at here. Like, things are very different now, and these murals make us kind of appreciate where we're at now, and that's kind of a cool message, Morgan. It might be something to think about for the next essay, or I'm sorry, for your revision. So let me talk about grade just really quickly. It's not there. I'm not seeing enough there in to have a satisfactory for this essay. It's closer than your first essay was, the first draft of your first essay. Thesis statement is close. It's missing the message. It's also missing how that message is conveyed. Supporting details, you're kind of close there. You're a little bit closer there than you are with the thesis statement. Organization and transitions, I didn't think you were that close there because I didn't really see like why you were going from one paragraph to another. That needs to be pretty a lot clearer in the revision. Source integration, you didn't have sources, so it's kind of tough to do that one. And then the other criteria, MLA format, we need works cited page, we need visuals integrated, and I forget where you were with semicolons, but you were close-ish, I think, with this stuff. So you got some work to do. I'm going to make your revision due a week after we meet, so let's meet either Monday or Tuesday. You let me know what works best for you. All right, Morgan, that's all for now, and you have a good weekend.